Oh yeah, Richo.
Oh, here we are,
It's been a while.
mate.
Oh, here we are in the Aussie Golf Reviewer garage.
The 2OB tee off.
The two. Maybe we need to do that.
Hey?
All the stuff's in the car still.
Hey?
Should we do a podcast? I mean, we done one
Yeah.
down at Parkwood. Should we get guests on? What should it be about? Should it be golf related? Should it not be golf related? How golf related?
What do you think?
Because I've got my views of the world, so maybe I don't need to impart that on other people. So maybe we'll try to keep it to golf. Actually, in saying that, all right, before we go, Brock Greenhalgh, member of the PGA, he was, I think he's Queensland chairman. Anyway, whatever he is now, he started a podcast called Golf Dads. And he basically, as a PGA member, he talks to, well, he had Ben Eichen on. Geez, who else did he have on? Anyway, Golf Dads. Very nice. Oh, he had his son on. Anyway, it's quite a good idea. Basically, it's saying like, as a father, what does golf do for you as a father, as a family man, and all that sort of stuff. It's quite wholesome. It's quite good.
Yep. Well, it's a good game.
It's a pretty damn good game, isn't it?
Yep. Game you can play for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You can be as good or as bad as. Doesn't really matter.
No, certainly people strive to play good, but if you don't play great, then it doesn't matter, does it?
Generally, you sort of end up forming those groups, don't you?
Correct.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Golf Dads, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep Natter and I'll find it.
You can go out there, build a few around, have fun.
Yeah,
And
correct.
some people just like to do that. There's plenty of people that just play socially and don't even really keep scores.
Exactly.
They have a fair idea. I mean,
Golf Dads. Well, there you go, because it was Mother's Day. Nat Cook.
Yep. I mean,
And a Richard Champion. They're talking to his son. And yeah, it just sort of started. Benny Eichen, like he just started it because he could, right?
Yep.
And like I said, it's Leishman. So yeah, Paul Williamson, who's almost having a heart attack. Blah blah blah. It's quite interesting. I think Paul's down at Emerald Lakes, or he was down at Emerald Lakes. Matty Guyatt, Leash. So anyway, our podcast, which didn't really exist or happen, like I said, we done one down at Parkwood, but 2OB is what we called it.
yep.
And if you let us know, 2OB, what does that stand for? Two out of bounds, two ordinary blokes. I'm not sure.
Two odd blokes.
Two odd blokes. There you go.
Yeah.
So 2OB. That's kind of where we're at. Speaking about plugging our wares, Richo's got our shirt on. And so something else we put out. This is a sample, but we've got a few more coming. Quite a lot more coming. We put it out on the socials, the Facebook,
Social. He's all over this. Isn't he?
the socials, and said who would like to have.
You'll be TikTokers.
Oh, I will not.
Would you do the dance TikTok?
No, I cannot stand that stuff.
I think you should. I think we should do the whole. You dancing on the golf course.
Do we got the nude putter? Have we got the naked putter coming up soon?
Yeah, he's coming.
Josh actually asked me, he goes, when's Richo going to hit me up about the nude golfer?
Oh,
So hit up the socials
I didn't want to burn his eyeballs out.
for all the cool kids and said who would want one of these. Now what is one of these? It's a keep cup. It's a hot cold stainless steel vacuum sealed duvamajiggy.
Yep.
Keep your coffees warm, hot, and your cold stuff cold that you can bring to the golf course.
Yes, you got that right.
Yeah, I was going. Which way is it again?
Yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
hot, cold.
I was almost speaking in Yoda.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just got our logo. Now this is just a sample. There's nothing on the back. There's nothing there, but it does actually look really good. It's laser etching, so that'll stay there forever as long as it doesn't get dinged up. The ones that we actually settled on was that, and on the back side we just got our. There you go. Oh, we got that. We got that. Yeah. So you just lean a little forward. There you go. So we got that there, on the back.
Yep.
So
Not me bum.
no. And so People were very keen on it, actually. I was kind of surprised, but I thought I'd put it out there, and there was
I
maybe...
suppose in this day and age, it's one of
There's
those
like
things.
30-odd people,
A lot
right?
of people use them, don't they?
Right, so the reason why I thought of this is because I'm sick of getting coffees in takeaway cups. I don't care about the planet, I care about all the plastics. So, as in plastics in your body. Now, Richo's...
I care about the
He cares about the planet. So we're both on the same boat here.
It's a win-win.
We're diverse. This
Yeah.
is the point, we're diverse.
Yeah.
And we went to New Zealand, actually. That was one thing that... All the coffee, you paid extra to get a takeaway cup.
Yeah, some places do it.
I think that's a great idea.
Not so much here.
No.
It was one of... Well, look, one of the biggest problems we had through... You know,
That time,
right?
in 2020.
Do you know, though...
That's
so
right.
Places were encouraging it, and some places gave you a discount. You might have got a 50-cent discount
Yeah, I think you do.
by bringing your own cup.
If you get a keep cup,
And
I think it's a couple of cents cheaper.
And then suddenly, you're walking in, and they go, nah.
No, I can't touch that.
Like, it does make perfect sense, you know, like if...
Well, they're saying that you're
like
dirty, is what
you
they're
work,
saying.
If you work Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
right, so we were saying, Monday to Friday, and you wander down, coffee shop, you catch a train into work. I buy a coffee on the way in,
Yeah.
right? That's 5 cups a week.
No, I get it.
So you work it out over, and you work, what, I don't know, 40 weeks a year, or 40-something weeks a
yeah,
year.
I mean...
How many cups is that?
Well, what we were
A
saying...
lot.
What we were saying, it was like $2,500 a year you would spend.
But even what you're saying with, like, whether you look at cups that are getting thrown away,
Yes.
or whether you're looking at cups because you don't like what's
In
in
the
them.
plastic in it. Yeah,
Right?
like, this
That's
is the
a
difference,
lot.
right? Correct, it is. You're saving a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like 5,
That's why we're diverse. This is what the whole point.
20 a month. So 20 a month,
Yeah.
and then
What's that? 240.
something like that. That's a lot of cups to be thrown away. Because no one takes
Yeah.
them home and cleans them.
Yeah, that'd be 240. My math's
That's
horrible,
where,
but
you know, take
nudgy college math for you.
Give it a clean.
Yeah, correct. So that is what's coming up. So we'll have these in there maybe in a month or so, and we'll try to sell them, give them away, stuff like that. But this is a limited edition one.
'Cause
So
when you have a cup of coffee at home, you don't make it in a throwaway cup, do you?
I have every coffee I drink. Okay, not all, but 90% of the coffees I drink are in ceramic.
Oh,
Like I try to have them in mugs or cups. I sit down to have them. I try not to get takeaway cups.
I really like glass cups.
That too.
Yep. So generally at home I'd have.
So this is the limited edition one.
Yeah.
We might give it away, or you could have it.
Oh, we can give it away.
So
Hey.
yeah, we'll do something. The limited. The only one that doesn't have our socials. Socials. We're back on the back.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, that's coming. So I'll have to set up a store. I've set it many times, but I'll start taking photos.
Yep.
Shirts, hats, towels, wallets, belt
Got
buckles.
the wrong hat.
What else? Head covers, putter and driver.
Budgie smugglers.
That's next. That's next. So actually, we need to get Dave's head cover sent to Dave. So we'll get that sent to Dave. Or do you get that sent to Dave?
No.
Perfect. So
Yep.
we'll get that sent to you, Dave,
Yep.
and maybe that can be in there. I don't know. We'll see.
Hmm.
Either way, what's happening in golf? We haven't played for a bit. It's been raining. The last time we played, the last time we actually got together was Newcastle.
Do you know Queensland's been terrible this year? Like we had a whole heap of rain, we had a cyclone came, that shut a few courses, not necessarily with the rain from the cyclone, but the wind.
Yeah, a bit of damage.
And you can understand courses because you look at it and go, they're all lined with trees. The winds were so bad, what if the trees fall over and
Yeah.
hit someone on the head? And the rains continued.
So as you would have seen,
Yeah,
as you would have seen down in Newcastle, like actually when we did Walston Park, that was the week of the cyclone. So that was the
into it,
Monday
yeah,
and the Thursday. Well,
yeah.
things closed down on Wednesday.
That was, yeah.
So Friday, Saturday is kind of when the cyclone or
And
rain.
that's
or
why
whatever.
Al didn't play, because he needed to get to the shops.
Yeah, I was freaking out. I needed toilet paper and water, like everybody else.
You still got some? Yeah.
What's that? Toilet paper?
You open up.
I got nothing.
Open
Stop
up his
it.
garage and it's just walls of toilet.
Oh, that's normal. I'm a prepper. What are you talking?
Prepper. What would you prep? Toilet paper. water.
Look, I think if you were to prep, you would need a bit of food, lots of
water.
water. You'd need something to a stove and whatever else.
Yeah.
Kind of the stuff, actually. That was one thing that I did. I don't have an indoor, so we've got a barbecue and stuff, so gas, but I didn't have like an indoor gas burner. I think I want one. And because
I've
it
got one
took
of those.
forever
I
to
got one of
boil
those
some water.
camping ones.
Yeah, perfect.
Right?
A little camping
So
one.
the camping one that's got the little tube on the
Yep.
side.
Shh.
Yep.
Put the thing on.
Except Kate set it on fire. So it was in the kitchen and it's on fire, right? And of course they're all running around going, "It's on fire! It's on fire!" It's like, well, can you take it outside because it's going to explode.
Turn it off or do something.
Well, it's going to explode.
Yeah, do something.
So we took it outside and we put it out. I've got one of those. Is it Trismas? The ones, little Kero ones.
Little Kero one.
Yeah, fantastic. Had it for years. Cost a few $100, right? But it's all enclosed, so it's got like.
Kerosene indoors though could be a little bit iffy.
Oh, you can hardly smell it.
Yeah, okay.
Like, so you do it all like the Kero. You can recap it. Look,
Is it like a wick, or is it just a flame which somehow
just a flame
pushes?
that comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Again, something like that. That's all I would
But
want.
fantastic. Just put a bit of Kero in it.
Mate, it took me 20 minutes to boil a bloody pot of water for a coffee after the power went out the cyclone.
Well, the good thing with this is it's not really designed to cook up a big meal, right? But it's really good for.
But no,
small
I'm not really much of a prepper, even though, potentially we should. In the world of golf, PGA, Scotty Scheffler, 5-shot win. Done it easy, really, in the end. Didn't really have his best. It's actually quite impressive to watch the guy play golf, isn't it? Because he really didn't have his best and he won by 5 still. But it just does show how tough that golf course is. Like Bryson made a run, Johnny Rahm made a run and then come home in an ambulance with Richo. Speaking of ambulance, Peter Ware.
Yeah, g'day, mate. How you going? Yeah, I was running into him the other day. One of my favourite places.
Yeah, McDonald's. But if anybody's got anything new in the bag, that's what I want to know, because I've just got a new putter as well.
A new putter?
I just I'm going broomstick, mate. I'm all about the broomstick.
You're kidding me.
No, I got it just for shits and giggles, more than anything. So I'm still tossing the Oz, the Lab Oz. Love it. Does want to go left more. My stroke's a bit more archy, so I end up getting a Scotty Scheffler Spider. Made it longer, counterbalanced it. Love it. I've only putted it with it at work for half a second. After this, I might quickly duck into Virginia or Nudgee and have a half a putt and then go home and put this up. So, but yes, that's what I want. That little thing there, just something along those lines. Just a little propane-y doobie.
Yes.
Put the little canistery in, and off you go. It doesn't need to be to cook magical food. It's just to have something to boil water and whatever else. So that's where I'd be. But the only thing I'd done to prep for that cyclone actually was to fill up my water filter. That was it. Just in case. But nothing happened. Power went out for like 12 hours or so, and it was a waste of bloody time. But yeah, let us know. Should we do the podcast? What should we do? We're just talking about some courses that we got to line up. Got to do McLeod. We haven't done Balimba, which is a little 9-hole pitch and putty type thing. Got to do that. Pine Rivers, which is up near my joint, which we haven't done. And then we need to contact Indrapilli as well, actually. Because they've got that new 9, the Kari Web Design 9 holes. So we've got to do that. And it's been plenty of times. Last time they said yes, and then the board said no. We spoke about Manipi. The reason why I'm probably holding off at Manipi is because they said no. When they were like 2 or 3 weeks out of opening, it would have been good to have got our video up with the drone footage so people could have seen it, but that's now a couple of years past. And Royal Queensland. So Royal Queensland's one of them that we turned up and it didn't end up working out, and maybe we need to do that again. Or try to do that, because Royal Queensland's going to have the Olympics.
Yes. One of these ones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Oh, what they call them.
Well, they're a hiking stove, but yeah, just a kerosene stove. What else has happened? Anything exciting? We've had Newcastle.
Yep.
We've had Magenta.
Had Magenta.
So that's
absolutely.
all right. So this is what's coming up this week as well. Is Magenta, the next 9 holes. So we actually sat down, had a coffee, and then went back out.
Yep.
And it was windier.
Yep.
And
we
then
thought it was gonna.
I thought it was easing off.
No.
And so we teed off the tips. We played off the tips. It was me versus Richo and Scott. And I had an 8 in the first hole. So you can watch that. That's embarrassing, but it is what it is. An 8 in the first hole, just horrible. So yeah, that was fun. That'll be just 9 holes out this week, and then next week we'll have Nelson Bay.
Traverse. That's what they call. So all comes in, and it folds up to that.
Wow. So it's like a little pot. It's like a little pot and stove there.
Yep. And you basically just unscrew it, put the Kero in it. Right. When you're finished, just blow it out, cap it. Lasts for ages and ages. Fantastic, obviously, but good if you just want to heat up.
Yeah, just a bit of water, or just cook something small type
Yep,
thing. You're not cooking a big steak on that.
No. Oh, maybe a bit of soup or beans or
Yeah.
something that doesn't need a massive amount.
Doesn't necessarily need to be cooked.
Yeah. Yep. No, fantastic course. The
Look,
course is
Magenta. Yeah,
beautiful.
run us through Magenta. You guys have seen it, but run us
Yep.
through it. What's your thoughts?
Oh, beautiful. Like, you go up there, it's just the way it rolls, and then you can see the water out to the distance. Beautiful. Beautiful, Nick. So in great condition.
Oh,
Good course. Obviously, you get off the fairways and there's some toughish areas.
certainly
but,
a few spots to lose your balls, but a lot of it was just sandy
I
stuff.
thought it was reasonably fair. Do you know what I mean? Like, you played some good shots. You sort of got rewarded for them. Played some bad shots. Obviously, the day we played there, the wind did bits and pieces. But
To me, I liken it to a links-style resort course because the green complexes are a bit more resorty.
Yep.
But it's links style.
Yeah. But fantastic.
It's a great spot. So they got accommodation there. Pullman's is the accommodation there.
Yep.
And so as we were going around, we were talking. It's like maybe we should try to organise a YouTube golf championship there. And so again, like have everybody there because you've got the accommodation and stuff.
Especially
you have
somewhere where
everything there
because it's all close. So you don't want to be at a golf course where the accommodation's freaking half an hour away.
Yeah, they got the pub, they got the food there, they've got the accommodation, they got practice facilities.
Well, that's the thing you've got, isn't it? So when you finish, at least you can all get together and there's somewhere to grab something to eat and bits and pieces. So, but like I said, fantastic course.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be. I hadn't really seen necessarily a lot of photos of the place before I went. So I didn't necessarily Google a lot of the places we went to.
Yeah,
because I thought, I just
want to show up and experience it.
You put up a photo.
Yes.
Where it was the courses,
and
it was just like an aerial shot. That was about all I'd seen.
Good.
Right? Because I thought, no, and certainly as the courses, and it was a little bit difficult. I mean, Nelson Bay, it was
all right,
really overcast.
So yeah, we'll finish on Magenta and then we'll talk about Nelson Bay.
Yeah.
Because Magenta was pure, like it is, and the golf course itself. And I mean, the ladies played there and shot like 14 under or something like that.
Oh yeah, but
the conditions were good.
You could also shoot 150.
That's and that's what I did.
Like I think certainly on some of the days when the weather, because it's very exposed up there.
Yes.
Like so you're there. If the howling wind comes in, it would be really tough. Of course, when the greens were pretty fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd had enough rain so they were.
It actually turned into a day that was pretty good because it started off like it was going to flog down and we were just going to get rain and wind all day.
Do you know, it was surprising because the weather was coming in for the whole time we were there, and we actually got more golf in than I thought.
Yep, agreed. I thought we were just going to get down there for a week and get nothing in.
Yep.
But we need to thank Adam. We need to thank
watch Netflix for 5 days and come home.
You just swimming in the pool. And Paul as well, Paul Riley, the GM down there, and everybody that helped that out. Because again, we'll have to come down again, and that's a trip. The Newcastle trip was great because we stayed at Warners Bay. We had an hour, 40-odd minute drive to Magenta and Coimbra.
Yep.
We had about an hour drive to Horizons and Nelson Bay, and then like a 40-minute drive, half an hour drive to Newcastle Golf Club.
Yep.
It was brilliant. Right, Nelson Bay was the next one.
Yes. So, like I said, I didn't see any photos of anything.
Yep.
We turned up there, it was dark. So
Yes.
I couldn't really see any of the course, right? As the sun started to come up, I could obviously start to see it. I thought, oh, this looks good.
Nelson Bay, yep.
Right? It was overcast and it rained off and on all day.
All day. So what you will not see in how long it took us to play 27 holes.
A lot of the day.
It was...
I think that was probably
almost all
the
day.
longest time on the course.
Yeah, because even at Magenta we finished afternoon. Maybe 3 o'clock.
We would tee off,
Yeah.
go under a tree, come back, hit a ball. So
Oh, it was full on, wasn't it?
yeah, because when it rained, so nearly to the point where, because we'd tee off and that's it, we'd tee off and it was
Well, we played the
okay.
first hole. We played the first hole, no rain.
Yep.
Teed off on the second, and it for like 7 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Torrential. So then you'll see the putts with water everywhere. We actually had to move
Because
our ball
we
a little
thought,
over.
oh no, we'll be okay. And like I said, we got that first hole, and then we thought, and then the second hole, and you could see it forming on the green,
Oh,
right? And we've gone, I don't think we're going to get any more holes.
that's what I thought.
Right? And then we went, oh, we'll wait underneath the tree. So we waited, and it sort of eased off. We thought, okay. And then it was sort of...
So we played out the second, and then the third was so wet. Like, it was so wet. Par 5 around to the left, and it was just horrible. And then we just kept playing, and then old mate lost his phone.
Oh, yeah, yep. Not me. Not me.
No,
Someone
old
else
mate.
lost their phone.
One of the groups in front of us.
Yeah. Give him a nude selfie on his
Yeah.
phone.
I think he posted it, actually.
Yeah, no, he posted the picture.
Yeah.
But, we did find his phone, which was good.
Yep.
And then we managed to get to 18,
Yep.
and we thought, oh, what do we do?
What do we
So
do?
in the end, Al just played the last 9.
So yeah, so we
Because
we
there is
played
27 holes.
So we played 10 to
Because
18.
we're thinking, I don't know how much more if we could punch this out so we could show the whole 27 holes.
That's right. 10
It was
to 18, 9 to 27, club throw, and then I played. And then I played the front nine.
It was just unfortunate that there was so much stopping and starting. And very hard to get into that sort of rhythm, isn't it? Like when you're...
After the second hole, I thought, let's just go.
I think you can definitely notice, I thought one of the better days of our golf,
Yeah.
right, that we played was probably at Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle
Right?
was pure.
So the weather was better. It
we
flowed.
teed off later.
It flowed all day. I felt that there was better rhythm. Like
Well, the weather was perfect.
It's hard when you're wet and then you're sitting under a tree.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, and you sit underneath the tree for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you go out, and now it's all, okay. And you've got to get your head around back to hit. Like I said, it's that rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when you flow. It's the same thing, isn't it, when you play golf and don't want to get caught behind that group that's taking forever because you feel like you're starting to get into a flow.
Yeah, correct.
And then it throws you out. So, but great golf course and a great spot. Like all the golf courses were really good.
All down there was so good.
Do you know what? I'll wait till they've all come out and then I'll say what.
That's fair.
I don't necessarily know.
They're all quite different.
And I think that was an interesting thing.
I would probably say Horizons and Coimbra were similar-ish.
Yeah,
Not the same, but similar-ish.
No, I get what you mean. But if you look at those three, those three, if you look at Magenta, Nelson, and Newcastle.
Oh, they were all different.
3 completely different courses. Yep. You could not necessarily compare one to the other. Do you know what I mean?
Magenta's like 32 in Australia, and so it's pure regardless. And Newcastle's like 30.
But it's the flow and design of them are definitely different. And do you know what? People would enjoy them depending on your eye. Like there'd be some people that look at it and go, oh,
Nelson Bay was a nice little members course. Like it was kind of like a Virginia 27 holes.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
it has that sort of
Do you know what,
club feel.
Do you know what I felt was like nearly a little bit, like a step up from like an Ashgrove.
Yeah, okay. Because there was a little bit of movement.
Because there's a little bit of movement, a little bit up the hills. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, a bit longer than Ashgrove.
Yeah, longer.
But it had that sort of feel.
Fair.
You know, you got the trees.
With a mint, like the clubhouse was pure.
Oh, yeah.
They had like a pub and a TAB and
Yep.
and underneath was the pro shop and they were making changes.
Yep.
But Duard, the golf ops there who let us film was just brilliant.
Yep.
And
Have a look at the 10th.
oh yeah. Well, so the
was
first,
it the 10th or the 19th?
the first and the 19th. The first was right up at the clubhouse.
Yep.
Like you basically got where the carts are, the pro shop, and then
Yep.
you got the first hole,
And
first
the 19th
tee,
was...
and the 19th is out from the TAB.
Yeah. Really interesting. I had a look at it from outside, but then I had to go inside the club to have
Yeah.
a look at it from the inside.
Yeah.
And interesting.
Well, after 9 holes, after we played 10 to 18, we then grabbed a coffee and sat down because I was like, do we just stop here?
Yeah.
And then played the others, and the weather was okay, but it was just on and off and on. Remember the one we played? It was towards the back 9 on the 27th sort of thing on the third 9. There was a par 3 that we played. It was like, I don't know, 16, 15. We hit the tee shot and then waited 10 minutes, and then done that, hit the tee shot, then waited, and then played the last. It was like, just
The only
come on.
good thing was that that one hole. That was probably one of the best rolls I had. Remember, it went through the trees, and we thought it was stuck in the trees, and it was further down.
It was way further down. Yeah.
And the only reason we definitely know it was it because remember it had that funny pink writing on it or something.
Yep.
And it went.
Look, it was a great golf course, but it was like
Fantastic golf
it was
course,
just
like I
such a
said.
long day.
Yes.
Because but it wasn't a
It
long
was
day in the
only-
fact that we were filming the whole time. Like probably a fifth of it was waiting.
Most of it was waiting. I think it was that same thing. I think you know, on a better day, we probably could have smashed out the 27 and then...
Well, we had 27. We sat down at Magenta, and it would have been 3 o'clock maybe because we would have got back by 4-ish. Yeah. It would have been like 3:30 by the time we finished Magenta, and we still sat down for half an hour and had a coffee.
But I reckon we could have smashed out that 27, and I reckon we could have even picked one of the 9s and done one of the 9s again.
Yep.
But unfortunately, like you said, we were probably chewed
Well,
up.
I probably could have played 1 to 18 again. Did you know what I mean? Could have played that the 10 to 18.
Yes.
Myself, it's like played 18.
Yep.
But
And like you said, we probably could have done something like that. But
great spot. It was a great spot. It really is.
We were over near the mechanics, or not the mechanic, the green.
Oh, that's right. We were playing that par 5 third hole.
And we sat there for ages.
Yep.
Because remember, we teed off. So
Correct.
You've
Teed off, went,
and then
stayed.
gone. So we got. Well, at least it was a shed. At least we could. Like at least
Stay
it had some.
completely out of
At
the
least it
water.
had some cover there. I don't know. We were there for like his.
About
And that was the same thing. Was every break was probably what 10, 15.
At least 5 minutes. A couple of them were a good 10-minute break.
Oh yeah, where you're sort of there going, okay, and of course you're just on the. It's not like you do much out there.
Just sit, talk crap, and
Eat a
do
man
nothing.
bar.
Eat a man bar. He loves a good man bar. But anyway, so yes, we'll have Magenta coming up, and then we'll have Nelson Bay.
Yep.
And we'll do it in separate. Like we'll do 18 holes, and then we'll do mine as well.
Yep.
So we'll do it the same as
Now,
we've done this.
do you know what I'll put up? Yeah, talk about some stuff, right? So we put up.
Spring Valley.
No. I'll put up some pictures of Old Vic Park,
Yes.
right? And one of the pictures I picked up there was the last time that we played there.
Yeah.
Was we had a group of us.
Yeah.
I think we picked one of these small courses. Maybe see if we do that again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Get picked. Yeah.
Pete.
There you go. If you want to come and have a hit, yeah. It's like one of the smaller courses, like Balimba or something, as we've been talking about.
Maybe.
Nice little pitch and putt.
Pitch and putt, have a laugh. If
Yeah.
we get 10, 12 of us there or whatever.
Yeah, have a sit down
bit
afterwards.
Of fun. Yep, afterwards. Yep. You have a drink or a coffee there or
Yeah.
something. Somewhere where you can punch it out fairly quick.
Yep.
You know, and might give. We can bring some hats or wood covers.
Of course.
Hey, worst
Yeah.
shot of the day, best shot of the day,
We can do that. No.
funniest looking of the day.
I win that regardless, so, you know.
I'll go with
Second prize.
handful of prizes, but
Okay.
yeah, maybe something like that.
All right.
Like you said, just for a bit of fun.
Look, Balimba's, of the smaller courses, I like the idea of Balimba, like because it is literally just like 70 to 100 metres.
Yeah, so you don't necessarily need a lot.
And they have a pro in there as well, which is
Yeah.
always a bit of fun.
Yep. But I think fun day, because you can get a multitude of people and you're not, constantly looking for golf balls
Yep.
or waiting for people to tee off, because, like I said, it's not that long. You could probably play as a big group or intermix between it.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay.
10-ball scramble.
We can put that one on ice, but yes, we'll do that.
And it's pretty well central. It's only just over the river here in Brisbane. And like I said,
So let us know what days, if you wanted to do that, what day works for you. We could probably make it work, right?
we could go down Balimba there. They've got nice ice cream place down
They
there.
do. Of course there is. Richo ice cream. Because we usually film our stuff on Monday, but if more people can do it on another day, then let's make that work. And I can make it work.
Hey, do you know what Faith got for her birthday? A ninja ice cream maker.
You got it for her, for you. Have you made anything yet?
Hey?
You made anything yet? Ninja ice cream.
Well, I love a good ice cream.
Yeah, but have you made anything?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah, she made a
Rum and raisins for sure.
no, she made a coffee one.
Yeah, coffee one would go down the tree.
Coffee hey? You like that?
Oh, I mean, we're gonna have to do an uncensored version at some stage. I mean,
Hey?
we'll all get into trouble.
Is that what you sent your missus?
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to take off at some stage to put this up. But
See, I love an ice cream.
have a look at him. He does love a good ice cream.
I love an ice cream.
He loves a selfie more, but he loves an ice cream.
Do you know that was almond and pistachio and
Mint.
no, it
It
was
looked-
mango
Oh.
and like rice pudding through it. Oh, yeah, sensational. Yeah,
He,
you do love ice cream.
he loves a rice pudding and bread and butter pudding, I'm sure.
Yep.
That's what era he's
Yeah,
from.
bread and butter pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd like tripe as well.
Oh, it's just raw stuff.
Yeah, you,
I
that's what I was getting at.
I'm on a new diet.
He's on a new diet. Here we go.
Something
See,
like-
you see how segued this into you? Haven't you seen them? They're growing.
Yeah, yep, on a new diet. Yep.
Here's
So
how,
only cost me $1,200 a month.
how many ancestral tenants do you have?
Oh, no, a few.
Few.
We're all onto it now. All the kids, everything. Yep.
He's going to be called.
The liver popper.
He just watched the untold story of the Liver King or whatever it is.
I don't know if when after I get a bit of it, right? It's just eating raw meat all the time. Wouldn't you just go? Ugh.
Yeah, but not if you're into it, mate. No, you've got to be into it.
No, but I'm into ice cream. But every now and then I go, I can't eat anymore. I've had 3 litres.
I've had 3 litres. I think I
Yeah.
need to stop. Maybe
Yeah.
I need some liver.
Yep. I mean, you get that like 4 litre container. I mean, I can sit there and watching the footy, and then I go, oh God, I hope I'm at the end because I can't eat anymore. My guts is going to explode.
Your guts is going to explode.
Hey?
He's lactose intolerant
So
too.
everything would come to that point where you go, oh God.
Yeah, but not if you're him. Like, he's into it. Like, anybody that's properly into it. He's the liver king. The Richo king. All right, so the next vlog we start off is going to be that. Right, primals. Our first ancestral tenant is get out of the golf course. He's into it.
I don't know if we've got any other photos.
Yeah, he's got a nude one, I'm sure.
No, I think I forgot to send it to me. I got one with a captain's hat. I did a job down at the port cruise terminal.
Right.
They had captain's hats. So we're at work every now and then.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, whoever's driving, they could be the captain.
He loves being the captain.
I might bring it to golf.
We're gonna have to.
It's in me.
Who tees off first, Richo?
Captain.
The captain.
You'd love it. Little captain's hat. It's nice.
People said after Spring Valley that they want your little Bryson hat back.
Yeah, I've got them here. Yep.
Want
Because I've got two of them. I think I've got like a dark grey one and a blackish one.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a couple.
So I think they're still kicking.
They'll be around somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably up one of those boxes with all the
Stylish hats.
yeah, or 1,000 hats.
It's got them all.
Yep.
Right. Anything else to say?
No.
It was good to be back. But yes, we're not going
good
to film anything. I suppose. Well, the Newcastle series will be out, and then whatever we film will come out.
Yes. Like I said, we're all trying to do those couple little things.
The smaller ones. And stuff. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I
let us
reckon
know
you and I
when
go
it's
do
Balimba.
I reckon you and I do Balimba, and we'll
Properly. Then we'll get people out.
I reckon we'll look at just a bit of a fun
Okay.
thing.
Well, maybe that's the next one we do. Balimba, then probably McLeod, then probably Byron.
Yeah. And like I said, and then have a bit of a fun day.
So yeah, we'll do Balimba, and we'll talk about Balimba coming back, and
That sort of be a nice,
getting us
easy
together.
one, because the problem is if you go to a bigger course and you've got 10 or 12 people there, by the time you play,
It's spread out a bit.
then everyone needs to go.
Yeah. So at
That's where
least you could play smash
you
out
could-
9 holes.
Yeah.
Sit down, have a drink.
Yeah.
Chill out, have a chat.
And you don't need much, you only need what, pitch and wedge and a putter.
Yep.
Like, really, and you can smash it out, and we could, there's plenty of areas there that you could all sit as a group and
Yep.
have a laugh. People
Cool.
could ask some questions if they want.
Yeah, well that's true. All right, so we'll do Balimba, but yeah, let us know what day works best. We'll do Balimba, and then we'll talk about it and we'll get people out. Perfect.
That's it.
Thanks for watching, guys.
All right. Beautiful.
See you next time.
Anything else you want to know?
Just comment down here,
Yes, yeah.
text us, message us. We'll always reply.
Yep. Favourite ice cream?
Favourite ice cream? It's got to be butterscotch, doesn't it?
Rainbow. Beautiful. And don't forget, smash that like button.
You're
That's
a
what you
weirdo.
say, don't you?
Oh, that's what they say to say.
Hey? I don't know. If you don't like it, don't like it. Hit dislike. Who cares?
Yep.
I don't care. But anyhow, see you then. Beautiful.
See it.